In a small village where the stars shone bright and the moon seemed to whisper secrets to the earth, lived a talking cat named Zoya. She wasn't just any cat. Zoya had been blessed by Allah with wisdom, courage, and a voice that could be heard only by those with a pure heart. This is not just a story about a cat and a thief, it's a tale about belief, bravery, and the power of trusting Allah even in the darkest moments. So sit back, little hearts, and listen carefully. You might just find a lesson that could make you stronger than you ever imagined. In the village of Nurpur, people lived peaceful lives. Children played in the fields, women baked bread in clay ovens, and elders told stories under big shady trees. But there was one fear in everyone's heart: the mysterious night thief. No one knew who he was, where he came from, or how he disappeared without a trace. But every few nights, something would go missing. A gold ring here, a bag of rice there, even once the village imam's slippers. People whispered, "He moves like a shadow and vanishes like smoke." But in one small, cozy home near the edge of the village lived Zoya, the talking cat, with an old woman named Nani Aapa. Nani Aapa was kind, always sharing her bread with the birds and leftover milk with Zoya. She believed deeply in Allah and always said, even in the darkest night, if your heart remembers Allah, He will light your way. One night, when the stars were hiding behind clouds and the wind was unusually silent, Zoya felt something strange. She sat by the window, her eyes glowing in the dark, her ears perked. There was a rustling sound in the garden, and then footsteps. Zoya's heart thumped. Could it be him? She whispered. The night thief? She quietly padded into the hallway and hid behind a mat. Her sharp eyes saw a shadow slip through the back door. It was a tall man wearing black. His face covered, his steps silent, he tiptoed into the kitchen and opened a small chest. That chest had Nani Aapa's only gold bracelet, a gift from her late husband, something she always kept safe but never sold, no matter how poor she became. The thief picked it up, put it in his bag, and turned around. But he stopped. Zoya stepped forward and said, in a clear voice only he could hear, "Stealing from a woman who sleeps hungry but still feeds others. Do you think Allah does not see you?" The thief froze in fear. What? Who said that? He whispered, turning around wildly. But all he saw was a small, glowing-eyed cat. "I must be tired," he muttered, shaking his head. But his hands trembled. Zoya walked closer. "You can run from people, but you can't run from the angels who write down every deed. Return what you took. Allah can forgive anything, if you just stop now." The thief dropped the bracelet as if it had burned him. Enraged, the thief grabbed his bag and ran. Zoya chased him, leaping over fences and weaving through gardens. Suddenly, he tripped over a rope left by villagers who had started preparing traps for the mysterious thief. He fell hard, twisting his ankle. Zoya stopped beside him. He groaned in pain. "Why are you still here?" Zoya looked at the sky and said, "Because I believe even a thief can change if someone speaks to his heart." Tears welled up in the thief's eyes. "No one has ever said that to me." In that quiet moment, while the clouds parted and moonlight bathed them, the thief felt something he hadn't in years: peace. "I don't want to steal anymore," he whispered. "Then don't," Zoya replied softly. "Go to the mosque tomorrow. Talk to the imam. Return what you have. Start fresh. Allah's door is always open." The man sat there silently, then slowly nodded. The next morning, the village woke up to an unusual sight. The thief, now without his mask, stood in the mosque. He placed bags of returned goods on the floor and, with tears in his eyes, said, "I was lost. But someone reminded me Allah still sees me. The villagers were shocked but moved. The Imam welcomed him, offered him food and help. Nani Aapa watched silently, her hand on Zoya's head. Your voice reached where no sword could, my dear Zoya. Zoya purred, sometimes, all someone needs is a little faith. And so, the village of Nurpur was never robbed again. The thief became a helper, the mosque had a new cleaner, and Zoya became a legend. But the real magic wasn't just in Zoya's voice, it was in the power of faith. That even a thief can change if reminded that Allah always watches, always forgives, and always loves those who turn back. Moral of the story: no matter how far you've gone, you can always come back to Allah. Even the smallest reminder can change a heart. And even if you're just one voice, like Zoya the cat, you can bring light into someone's darkest night. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Islamic videos. See you soon inshallah in the next video. Allah Hafiz.